So Darren, people are wondering, what is this big announcement that Fresno Hockey Talk wants to talk about today?
It's really two different announcements, and it's a labor of love. It's something that we've actually, though Fresno Hockey Talk, or FHT as we're called now, has been in existence only since late May. This is something that people have talked about for years, and that is the rich history that Fresno has with the sport of hockey. One needs just to go to the rink at Gateway Ice Center and speak to some of the people there, and go to Selland Arena, and you can actually hear the ghosts. All these rich stories of things that happened, and playing with chicken wire instead of glass over the boards, and the wonderful bar that used to be on the end of the ice rink. So you hear these stories, and the green and the gold Falcons, and even some of the other club teams and adult teams that were around throughout the years. And there's this wonderful golf tournament, the Green and Gold Golf Tournament, every year, and people don't know it exists. And it's nobody's fault, really. It just happens. It's life. We're all busy. And then the rich history of the Falcons, in their next phase. When they played at Saymart Center, and they played at Selland, and they made that big run in the early double zeros, in the early 2000s, to make it to the finals. We have Hall of Famers who played here. We have people who, people say, wait a minute, that wasn't, top flight minor league hockey. Well, the truth is, there wasn't a lot of minor league hockey back then. These people would have been playing at that level or beyond. We just have a rich diversity of people who've played. People have traveled from Reno and beyond. They would play in Reno on a Friday night. They'd play in Fresno on a Saturday night because of the love of the game. And with that, and we have Mike here, and Tony is going to be putting together a video, and we have Jose and Tristan as well, and really the whole team. We're going to put together a movie, a video, a documentary, and I'm going to put you on the spot in a second, Mike, that really speaks to the history of Fresno hockey. And it's going to be a real labor of love. We want to tell the stories. Talk to some of these people who played these games. There were games in the 60s and the 70s in front of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people, just because of pure love of the sport. Tony, who played, he was a goaltender for Fresno State. And we know Fresno State's putting together a hockey team as well. He grew up watching the hockey that was played here. So, Mike, give a little bit of like your ideas that you had when we spoke.
All right, so pretty much.
Introduce yourself first.
Yes. Sorry, my name is Michael Lane. I'm in the film program, BNN, ROP program over at Buchanan High School. I'm one of the camera guys. Don't really edit a lot, but yeah, it's best class I've ever taken. I started working with FHT not too long ago, actually, pretty recently. I think it was late 2017 when I started. So here I am now, best internship job I've ever had. Family basically.
So share kind of the ideas that you had when we were at the house not too long ago.
All right, so
because again, and Tony, I think will be on board with those. He's gonna have a lot of ideas, but
yeah. All right, so our team is deciding or planning on putting together. If you've ever seen A Football Life on ESPN or NFL, you'll know that it's a documentary about 45 minutes to about like 30 to 45 minutes worth of a documentary. And what it does is it's gonna interview the player, his family, his coaches, his friends, his teammates, pretty much anybody who pretty much is involved or help them along their journey. It's to be a story of them. Maybe get some old game footage. It's just going to be a giant documentary of that person's story and that person's life.
And Tony, as the overall director of this thing, what other ideas do you have about what we're going to have? He's turning. He was just directing.
Yeah. No, it's just like Mike said. We're going to try to take you from the beginning of the Falcons, their journey through the different uniforms, ownerships, some of the problems that they had with the city, with having to switch from one rink to another, from the early on Falcons, the green and gold, up until their last hurrah, so to speak. Yeah, the last generation of hockey. And a lot of people don't know that we actually had a team here, that they were actually a farm team for some of the pro teams at one point. And we've had some players that have gone up and played for San Jose and so forth. And so all that, just kind of put all that into the film.
There's so many rich stories to tell. And then, we're so proud of our monsters too. And the story of the monsters, being formulated on a cocktail napkin. It's so funny because I hear that story, and it's how Lamar Hunt created the AFL. He was doing it on a cocktail napkin on a plane ride home after he was denied an NFL team. He says, wait a minute, I'm going to form my own league. And the Monsters generated sort of the same way. And Jeff Blair is carrying that torch right now. And it's just a perfect time. We started this project as a labor of love without knowing that we were going to go back to Selling Arena. I can't tell you enough how important it is that we pack that rink, how we show the city officials and we show the Central Valley that we are a vibrant hockey community. So yeah, we'll be looking for sponsors, and so if you want, please reach out privately to us. These things are not cheap. But we're gonna get the job done, and then what we're gonna do is have a fundraising dinner, and when the person pays for the ticket, they'll get a nice meal, and they're gonna see the film, and then are we gonna do a water release? Who knows at that point? But that really comes to the second point, and you might say, okay, why are you gonna have a fundraiser once the movie's already made? Well, we'll recoup a little bit of money, of course, but more importantly. Have you ever been to the Fresno Hall of Fame dinner? It is a wonderful affair. The who's who of Fresno is there, and all these luminaries and dignitaries and just these wonderful athletes who gave their blood, sweat, and tears and perseverance, and they are honored and respected. And again, FHT, we are a non-point finger at organization, but you don't see a lot of hockey players. So one thing that we also decided was, we're going to fundraise by showing this movie that we hope we can help get some sponsors with and such. But by October, November, somewhere around there, we're going to have the FHT Hockey Hall of Fame. And this will be an annual thing. And I'm not ready to give some names as to who may be elected the first year. But we have some people who are going to be on the board, the selection committee, and we're going to grow the Hockey Hall of Fame here. And part of it is to put pressure on the city to say, hey, I don't know how many hockey players there are in the Fresno Hall of Fame. I haven't seen many. And these are people that, these stories need to be told. Because there are generation after generation of people who brought their families every Friday and Saturday night. There was the Fresno Falcon versus Fresno State Bulldog alumni hockey game, and we had over 600 people there. And these are people. It was a great event. And these are people who have this rich history. Sold out. That's right. You never know. Absolutely. So we're going to have this Hockey Hall of Fame, and we are going to honor these people who pioneered hockey just because they love the game. We want to make sure that our children and our children's children know these names of these people, and you know who they are. So we're very honored with that. I don't know if there's any questions there on the Facebook side that we might be able to answer real quick. The Hall of Fame is something that will be an annual event, and we're very honored to bring that to the city of Fresno. We're very honored to bring it to you, the hockey fan here in Fresno and beyond. And we thank you for your support. We need you now more than ever. We're growing, we're expanding, we're working with Barracuda, we're working with San Jose Sharks, we're working with FC Fresno right now, the top farm team for the Vancouver Whitecaps of the NSL. But our heart and soul belongs to Fresno hockey. And this Hall of Fame belongs to the city of Fresno. So we want to thank you for that.
All right, so there you have it, everybody. So just to summarize, Darren put it very well. We are going to be putting a movie together, just highlighting the history and the rich tradition of hockey in Fresno. It's going to be put together as a documentary, and you're going to see all the history, all the wonderful history that this town has. Now you might think, oh, some people think there is no hockey in Fresno. Well, that's not true. Just go talk to some of the guys like Glenn Hines, some of the guys like Jay Johnson. These guys are the history of Fresno. So we're going to try to bring a little bit of that in film form. We want to promote it. We want to get it out there. And we just want to do a great job to show the amazing tradition that hockey has in Fresno. And on top of that, like Darren said, the Fresno Hockey Hall of Fame is something that is necessary in this town. We went to the Hall of Fame dinner, and unfortunately, not even one hockey player in the Fresno Hall of Fame. So there you have it, everybody. We'll put a little bit more news as the time gets closer. We'll make some posts on our social media, but there's going to be a wonderful film that we hope everybody gets a chance to see, and the Hockey Hall of Fame that FHT will be putting together. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, reach out to us on our social media pages. Yeah, if you have any, we'll be live here. If you want to have any, if you have any questions for us, we'll be more than glad to answer. Yeah, so I'm going to sign off on Facebook, but you can go to our YouTube channel. Now, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put a lot of hard work into it. These kids here, they do great work. Tony, Darren, myself, and the whole staff, Tiffany, Tim, the whole staff that we have right now, it's growing every day. We put a lot of hard work into the videos, so please help us grow, share our videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. If you guys have any questions, we're here on YouTube and on Facebook. So we're very excited about it.
So we're going to wait for some questions to come in, if they do, and we're also waiting on our friend Moses here to showcase this week's cigars. So just bear with us for a moment. I believe he's in the humidor now getting them. And so as soon as he has the cigars, we'll present that, and we'll get you guys rolling. And if you have any questions, by all means, please do so on the Facebook and on YouTube here as well. And here we have Moses.
Welcome back, guys. How you guys doing this evening? All right, so we will be speaking today about Pier 28 cigars. I don't know if you guys had a chance to try it, but this is a great cigar by a good friend of mine. Tim Wong is the owner and maker of this cigar. He has been a rep for many years. Repping cigars, Rocky Patel, General Cigar, he's bounced around, but he finally made his own cigar. Like I said, he's a great friend, and the guy knows cigars. So for him to take the time of working and knowing cigars, finally find a company to make his cigar was impressive. He used La Zona, which is a big factory in Nicaragua. The Espinosa brothers are basically the makers of it. They manufacture it, but it's his blend, it's his cigar, it's his life. It's everything is. He owns this cigar. It's a great cigar. It's Pier 28 because he is from San Francisco, born and raised there. So he gave it the little.
How you doing, Jerry? Where you joining us?
The new, the San Francisco feel to it. That's why he got the Pier name. Yeah. But it's a great cigar. It's a Maduro from Nicaragua. We do have these in stock now.
Does it just Maduro, or does it have naturals?
He has a natural Maduro.
Natural Maduro.
Yeah.
So is he just getting started, or does he have a line out? Does he have, because some of the cigars makers will have more than one line, right?
Yeah, no. The natural released first. I'm sorry, the Habano leaf released first, and then the Maduro just released. So he has two lines, different shapes and sizes as well.
Okay, yeah. Excellent.
So it's a great cigar. I'd recommend it to everybody. I could see a big future for him.
Good. I haven't tried that one, so that's the next one on the list.
And they make it. He has a 60 gauge. Yes. He has a 60 gauge in it.
Gotta love the larger gauge cigars.
I know you.
For God's sake, Tony, size matters.
That's right. So it's only a 60 gauge album.
Yeah. But yeah, for this week, Pier 28 was the cigar of choice.
Great. So head on down to Cigar Mas Fino and give that a try. Also, Moses, you still have the comedy show?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Last but not least, we do still have our comedy show once a month. But this Wednesday we get back to our cigar and beer tasting.
Oh, nice.
We do one a month, and for 2018, this will be the first one. It's Wednesday, the 24th. This Wednesday, from 5 to 8 p.m. and it's going to be Zone 9 Brewing, which is a local brewery out here in Clovis. They're fairly new and they're doing big things. I know they're bringing like a foggy melon IPA and they're bringing a chocolate chip stout. So we're looking forward to working with them. And up here, I know it's Zone 9 and Sereno Cigars. That's a new company as well. Sereno.
And that's, when is that?
And that is this Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. So come on down. If you guys never been to one, they're fun. You get a taste of beer. You get a choice of one of the Sereno brand cigars. We have great turnouts. There's raffle, there's finger food. It's good times.
Yeah, if you've never been to one of the cigar tastings, you really should. It's a very low cost. You get a cigar. You get a ticket for beer
Your
tasting,
first beer, yeah,
and it's just a tasting. If you like it, you can get more. They're here for a few hours. Raffles, that one admission fee gets you raffle tickets for a ton of prizes that are pretty extensive, anywhere from a cigar, an ashtray, up to humidor and more. T-shirts, hats. It's a really good time to have. Just come on out here, hang out. Enjoy the evening and network. Yeah, it's always a good area to network. Always have Wi-Fi working, so you can always say that you're at work while you're here. Anyway, so.
One last thing I'll say before we move on. Many of you already commented privately with us about the commercial that we did for Cigar Mas Fino. If you can, if you can think about it on your own Facebook pages, Instagram and such, even if it's for just a day. This is a family-owned business, and they're serving the community here. The hockey fan, the baseball fan, just the business owner. If you could just, copy that commercial, throw it on your Facebook page for a day. Nobody's saying forever, just for a day. Instagram, whatnot. That'll really be helpful because, Moses could have this area rented out and he gives it to us because he's passionate about you, the fan of hockey, and we want to thank him for that. So if you get a chance to do that, and again, subscribe to our stuff, go to his website, and come out on Wednesday night, shake his hand, say hello. So listen, we have the movie that we're going to be making. I'm already getting people asking me about it. They want to know how they can help, who we're going to be interviewing. It's a labor of love. And the fact that all of these people, these echoes, the ghosts of hockey past, is no longer going to be in the shadows anymore, because we're going to bring the Hockey Hall of Fame to Fresno, and it's going to be there every year, and we ask that you help us with that as well, and we want to thank you for your support. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Make sure you subscribe and follow us.